I found emails of my girlfriend and her boss calling me a kid, and her boss told her that I am not a husband material. Now I don't know what to do because of her response. I am a PhD student who has been dating an executive assistant for 5 months. It's going well. We have a lot of fun. We're both crazy busy, so frequently our dates are Chinese food and Redbox movies, but it's all good. She goes to a lot of events with her boss, business dinners and charities, and basically anything where he's too lazy to bring a notepad and makes her give up her finite free time to accompany him. I get invited to some, partially due to my desire to actually see my girlfriend and, due to school and work, went to the first last weekend, dinner at his house, a casual business mixer type deal. I was underdressed. My definition of business casual was navy slacks and a button up. By the time I showed up, a little late, admittedly, it was too late to stop by my place and fix this. Oh well, I'm confident, I don't care, but she seems to and is slightly irritated. We get there and I meet her boss, who's kind of smug and a bit of an ass but seems nice enough. Right away, she asks Rob, "Do you mind if Cohen borrows a tie and jacket?" I didn't relay the dress code. He says that's unlike you. But sure, the jacket will be too big in the shoulders. But go ahead. She leads me up to the guy's bedroom, goes right into his closet and grabs some stuff. That night everyone basically ignored me. She didn't seem to notice. She was too busy backing up everything this guy said and mingling with coworkers. She apologized later and said she can get a bit obsessive about work. I understand. Vowed to never go back. And that was that. Last night I was over and using her computer for some assignments. Mine is down. I go to send myself an email of my work, hers is up, and I figure whatever will work just as good. Until I notice the subject of one is your boyfriend. I open it. It's from the boss. Boss, your boyfriend has my favorite tie. Procure it promptly. You would choose that one out of the 100 other ones. Wench. Girlfriend, it is already back in your closet. I can't help it. He looks nice and red tongue. What did you think of him anyway? Approve? Boss, he looked like a little kid playing dress up in my clothes. But in all seriousness, he is a little kid. He's still in school and in an immature place. He's not husband material. You want kids and a house in a couple of years. Date someone who can give you that. Date a man. Girlfriend, thanks for being honest. I value your opinion. Husbands aren't exactly growing on trees though. That was the last. I left soon after and haven't talked to her about it. I feel completely disrespected. At the same time, I read her email, which is a no-no. How should I approach this? Update 1. I told her how I stumbled across it and all that jazz. She was upset I read her work emails, but understood why I wasn't happy with what I saw. She explained that her boss is more than a boss. He's also a friend, and collectively they've been through a lot together. In the 3 years they've worked together, they've each lost a parent. Her father was estranged from her family and none of her siblings would go with her to the funeral, but he volunteered and helped her handle it, and have climbed the corporate ladder together. She explained that it was private, the same as me asking my friend on FB what they thought of her and her reading it. So, I'm a little uncomfortable with it and their closeness in general. I also told her it irritated me that she didn't specify what business casual meant in her world. She said that a button-up would have been fine, but I wore a plaid one, a nice plaid button-up, not lumberjack, and that was too casual. She also told me she was mad at me for being late, that it's important to Rob that when he hosts she is early, and on time is late, and late is very late. We didn't deal with the big issues, babies and marriage, because it's just too damn soon, and went on our way being happy this week. Until last night, around 2 a.m., the boss called and said he was sick, she needed to check up on him. Blah, blah. She is about to leave. I express my discomfort and she reluctantly invites me, tells me to keep clear of him and just wait. It shouldn't be long, and she'll use my presence to avoid staying long. We get there and he's in the front room. Can't avoid him seeing me. He's in his underwear and is obviously fairly sick and furious about being sick. Girlfriend is ridiculously tender with him, rubbing his hair and telling him how they can readjust most of his meetings, except for one, and they'll make it a phone meeting. They'll work from home tomorrow. She'll go get everything in the morning and just bring it to his place. Blah, blah. He makes eye contact. I'm hovering as close to the door as I can, feeling for all the effing world like I'm the interloper, and almost looks smug at me. I swear to God he did. Then he asks if they can have wonton soup for lunch and fortune cookies like usual. She says of course, and then brings him to his room and effing tucks him in, I assume, after giving him some medicine. We leave and get into it. That's just too close for me. She needs to draw lines if she wants to keep dating me. She accuses me of just being jealous and uncomfortable. Says Rob has never made a pass at her and never will. The fight gets a little ugly and insults fly. I say she all but gets paid to suck his dick. She says the only difference between me and a college freshman is I can buy beer. And it's over. This all occurs in his driveway. She gets out and says she'll just stay here. If he wasn't too sick to get it up, I imagine they probably had intimacy. Update 2. Well, I've been drowning my sorrows in Newcastle and biographies when I got a text from my ex-girlfriend. I obviously hoped she was begging for forgiveness and pleading with me to come back to her. Both because I missed her and I wanted to turn her down. I'm a complicated fool of a man. She was not. I wanted to let you know I'm sorry for what I said. Once you compared my entire career to that of a prostitute, I lost my temper and said a lot of things I regret. I hate to end on a bad note because we were both hurt and lashed out. I also wanted to let you know you were right about Rob. Just because I would want to know if I were you, and you deserve to know you weren't crazy. I didn't think he felt the same way and I resigned myself to trying to love someone else. I didn't do a good job. How could I when he was constantly there? But then it turns out he's felt the same way all along. He just didn't think he could cross the line. It had to be me because Rob felt as my superior there was no appropriate way to confess his love. 2 years of us being stupid and stubborn, but we are finally together. We are hashing through it with HR now and they're not giving us any problems. Sorry, we put you in the middle of our personal games. I wish you all the best. So F. She is going to live happily ever after, never loved me, and I wasted 5 months. Gonna become a monk now, Reddit. G2G, find God.